Halloween is right around the corner. Of course, we are back here talking about geek, nerd, tech. Stay tuned, because it's going to be real good.
You are tuned in to Black Hollywood Live's Geek, Nerd, Tech.
Where is
it? Where's our eerie music?
Yeah. I'm gonna be listening to this all night at midnight. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, I'm confused because so it's 7 p.m. currently our time, Pacific Standard Time, and so theoretically, when it's 9 o'clock our time on the East Coast, they'll be able to start and watch it. I'm wondering if they'll do the sneak thing and they'll just be able to they'll just drop it for us earlier.
That'd be nice. I would like that, but I feel like. I don't know. I don't trust Netflix. They play with my emotions. But also, hello, everyone. Welcome back to Geek Nerd Tech here on Black Hollywood Live. Geek Nerd Tech things from a black, brown, and all around the world perspective. I am your host, Alexis Torres. You can find me all over social media at atorres890. And I have a beautiful co-host over here with the frames. Frames.
Black frames, black hair. So that's why Black Hollywood Live.
Oh, you're a person of color.
Yeah, I know. And I'm Rick Hong. You guys can find me on all social media at Rick Hong, RICKHONG.
And don't forget to follow Black Hollywood Live and Geek Nerd Tech on Twitter at BHL Online, and obviously just use the hashtag Geek Nerd Tech. Also wanted to say an awesome few words to our sponsors, Vizio! With increasingly thin profile of home theater displays and TV screens, the built-in speakers have gotten smaller. Adding a soundbar brings movies and TV shows to life with crystal clear audio and room-filling sound. Vizio soundbars are powered to DTS technology, giving you an extraordinary sound experience. Redefine your home theater with Vizio 36-inch 2.1 soundbar system, CNET Editor's Choice, and first soundbar to earn 5 stars. Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 stars. Earn unbeatable savings when you combine our best deals of the year in displays and soundbars. You are actually a person who loves Vizio.
Yeah. I actually have when my girlfriend moved in, she already had a Vizio flat screen. And then I think there was one of those Black Friday deals. Black Friday deals.
Hey,
or it was a Christmas deal. I forget. One of those crazy deals.
You got a deal.
But
Deal steal.
Yeah, but it was a Vizio soundbar.
Yeah.
And I'm the type of guy that likes to have things equivalent. You know, if it's a certain type of TV, I need the other equipment to be the certain, so it all matches up, so the controller works.
Of course.
So I got the Vizio soundbar, and it's great. I mean, it doesn't. And what's nice is that the things about the soundbars compared to a big surround sound system.
Got it.
It does not take up a lot of space.
That's nice, because my soundbar takes up my entire entertainment system on my table, and I don't have a Vizio. That's why I'm I need to get one.
Yeah.
So,
well, and it's amazing to say that with Vizio there's a 5-star. That's great. I mean, that's when you know you're getting your money's worth.
Yeah.
And the whole thing about Vizio too is that everything of theirs has always been, from what I know, it's great quality and affordable.
Yeah, and I think that I just need to jump on the train, and I'm really glad that they're leaving some knowledge for us. I really, really like that. But speaking of awesome things that also will be happening in our homes, Halloween's coming around, so that means we get Stranger Things.
Yes.
Are you excited?
Oh, of course. I mean, it's
hey, I know some people who are under a rock and are like, I don't understand what this Stranger Things thing is, and I'm like, oh my God, where have you been?
No. It's actually interesting because I cover Netflix news here for AfterBuzz. But
check out our sister network.
Yeah. But one of our engineering guys that does that has not seen Stranger Things.
See, that's what I'm saying.
And I'm like, dude, what are you talking? I was like, I've been hyping this thing up for a month, and you haven't seen it yet. So he may have. I'm hoping that I'm going to go see him later, but I'm hoping that he maybe either going to start binging it last night or he'll binge it tonight, and then he'll be on tune for the weekend to watch the whole thing.
Guess what, Rick? That engineer guy you were talking about? It's not me.
Okay.
Anthony,
I'm really upset with you, Anthony.
It's actually Steve sitting next to you. But
oh, yeah. I bet
that
it was Steve.
makes so much sense now that you bring that up. We love you, Steve, but yeah, he needs to get with it.
Yeah.
But since it is Halloween themed and everything, and Stranger Things is right up there with that, what Halloween movies is a tradition for you that you would watch?
It's interesting. I love that you asked me this question because I love John Carpenter.
Okay.
But I don't, for some weird reason, the old Halloween, it doesn't quite resonate with me. Even and that may be blasphemous for some people, so I apologize.
Don't crucify him, jeez.
However, I really, really enjoyed the Rob Zombie reimagining kind of gives a little bit more backstory about Michael Myers.
Right.
So I went out and bought that DVD. It's pretty gruesome. It's pretty scary, and I bought it intending that every year for Halloween that I was going to watch it, get in the mood.
Nice.
And that might have lasted like a year, maybe 2.
Oh, no.
No, but now there's so many. I mean, I've definitely been doing that this year.
Okay.
Like last night, I watched 1922.
Nice.
Which is based on Stephen King. The week before that, I watched Gerald's Game,
I haven't seen that one.
which is also based on Stephen King.
Nice.
They're all on Netflix, and I guess I'm on a Stephen King kick because
There's nothing wrong with that. It's
No,
Halloween.
no, because I covered the premiere like a month ago.
Sweet.
And I watched the movie as well. So it's just I think it's just like I don't know, maybe I don't really have a traditional one,
Yeah.
but I just try to get myself in the mood to either get scared or there's some funny ones too, like spoofs, like Little Evil and The
Yeah.
Babysitter. I don't know if you watched any of
No,
those.
I mean
but-
that's the thing is that I always get intrigued by people who love horror movies because I'm that person who doesn't like horror movies.
Not
but
at
my
all.
husband,
Right here.
Yeah. So my husband loves like his tradition ever since when we started dating and then when we were friends and all that kind of stuff. And now that we're married, his tradition is all of Halloween. He has to watch something scary, whether it's a movie, TV show,
Okay,
whatever.
sure.
And he does it every day.
Great.
Like as soon as it's like October 1st, it's the start. For me, he makes exceptions for me. I can watch Supernatural, and that's it.
Supernatural. Wait,
Yeah, it's a
Jared Padalecki. and-
Yeah, that like counts as because it's not technically because it technically you have to deal with monsters and demons and stuff like that. So
It's
that's
been on like 9 seasons now.
no, it is on its 13th season because I do the
13?
after show.
I'll tell you. No,
Sister Network.
I'll tell you what. I enjoyed the series, but when they finally were done playing out the father,
Yeah.
I kind of
that
lost
was it. No,
interest.
and that's technically when Eric Kripke, the creator of the show and the showrunner, he technically stopped doing that. So
Okay.
after that, it's like different showrunners and stuff. But he's still the creator and he still gets credit for it, but he doesn't actually actively showrun it anymore.
Who's the third guy? Who is
Oh,
that guy?
Castiel, the angel, or are you talking about?
I don't know. All I know is I got the Entertainment Weekly, and it
Oh,
had
yeah, that's
it had the
Castiel.
brothers,
Yeah,
and it had
that's
the third
Castiel.
guy, and I was like,
Thank you,
who's
Anthony.
the third dude?
Yeah, that's Castiel. You'll get
Okay.
that's why, because you stopped probably around season 5. He
Right.
comes in after that.
Oh, okay.
So that's probably why. But yeah, he becomes a pretty huge player. He's an angel, and it's a whole thing. Anyway, so that's like my only thing that I do. But Stranger Things is actually part of that now because it's not as scary. It's more of like a thriller for me, so I can watch it.
And it gets like a throwback to the 80s.
Exactly, yeah, and that's like his whole shtick is like I feel like he was born in the wrong time because I feel like he should have been like late 70s, early 80s. But like he loves like what was it, Evil Dead, Alien, what was it? Well, he likes really
believe-
bad horror movies.
He loves Scream too.
Yeah, he loves Scream. Oh
I
my
know
god,
Scream, yeah.
like he talks about it all the time. And if you couldn't tell, Anthony and my husband are buddies. What else does he talk about? He definitely talks about Evil Dead a lot. So he definitely
the
loves
Sam
the TV
Raimi
show.
versions, right?
Mhm. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, are you kidding me? Oh, I can't even talk about anything else besides that.
Wait, does he like Army of Darkness?
I love him.
I think he does. Like he talks about everything as a whole, but I'm assuming that I think he likes the first one, like the first Evil Dead. Is that right?
Yeah, the first Evil Dead.
Yeah,
It's just
so-
titled Evil Dead.
Yeah, I can't do it.
Evil Dead's a little. Well, you know what? Actually, Evil Dead was. That actually wasn't as spoofish because that was actually like more based to be kind
Yeah.
of. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and then like
I can understand why you wouldn't like that one.
Yeah. I mean, I think the other one is another horror movie was Orphan. I really liked just because the twist. If you haven't seen it, I'm not gonna give it away, but it's a horror movie where this
know I
couple
watched
adopts a little girl, and then some weird crap is happening in the home, and then when you watch it, the twist is what kills me. Like my parents were like, "We're never adopting." Like it was one of those movies.
What is the scariest movie that you've seen?
Me, I
you're
think
like, "Never
the
again."
original Japanese Grudge.
Oh, Ju-on.
Yeah.
Okay.
That messed me up because
Really?
we watched
Interesting.
we watched that in a church during a sleepover at night. Yep. We were at a church camp and we were like, "Hey, you know what would be fun? Let's watch this movie," because we had my teacher was Japanese and she's like, "I just want to scare you guys." Ha ha ha. And I was like, I'm like 12. I was like, "This is the worst movie I've ever seen in my life."
So you never. So did you see the American remake?
I did. It didn't bother me that much.
I think it's Sarah Michelle Gellar was in that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And like I've seen The Ring. That doesn't scare me as much.
But did you see the Japanese version of The Ring?
No.
That's great.
Okay.
I gotta say that it's so much better than the American version.
Okay. Okay. What other ones have I actually liked was it Bring Me Back to Hell or something like that? What was that with what's her name? I forgot her name.
Is it Drag Me to Hell?
Drag Me to Hell.
That's
Thank
also,
you.
That's also
that
Sam
one,
Raimi.
Is it? Okay,
Yeah, it's Sam
that one
Raimi.
makes me laugh.
I love that one too.
I think it's
Yeah.
Allison. I forget what the actress's name is, but
Yeah.
I know which one you're talking
Yeah,
about.
I like
Justin
that
Long
one
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just I don't like gory films, so Saws are out of the question for me. Like I can't. Emily Rose kind of freaked me out because a guy brought me on a date to that movie, and that was not. I mean, I get why he brought me on a date for that movie, but it wasn't great for me. So yeah, and then my favorite kind of horror genre, but it's more of like a comedy, is Tucker and Dale versus Evil. That one is my favorite horror comedy movie.
That one was pretty fun.
Yeah,
like
I don't know
that
if you've
one
seen
too.
that, but that one's really funny if you ever get a
Interesting.
chance. That one's just like it's kind of like a funnier version of Cabin in the Woods.
Can I jump in on the,
Yeah.
the
Yeah, go
scariest
for it.
movie that I've
Yeah,
seen?
go for it.
It's actually not labeled as a horror movie, but to me it's horrifying.
Yeah.
It's Requiem for a Dream.
Really?
That one scared the pants off me.
Wait,
I
are you talking
can't-
Darren Aronofsky?
Yeah, that movie scared me so bad.
Damn son.
It's just so real, and like the things that the characters go through, I just find it so horrifying.
Oh my
What
God.
Especially the
ass
thing
to
with the-
ass?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
so
I hope I can say
scary.
that.
Yeah,
Um,
whatever. But like, did you see the new It though?
Yes.
Okay, what did you think? Do you think it's better than the original It, or you're just like, oh, it's a different version of It?
For a guy that knows the original movie, the kids part of that story is amazing.
Right.
Tim Curry, the original, or not the original, but the guy that at least played Pennywise
Yes.
in the TV movie version of it on ABC, was damn good. This time around, Bill Skarsgård was great too.
Oh, it's good.
Had an interesting twist on it.
Yeah.
I liked the movie. I think it's just that I kind of knew everything that was going on, and I haven't read the book. And the book is even more detailed with like extra stuff in it.
Yeah.
But I definitely appreciate that movie. It's not one where I'm like, oh my God, you have to see it for
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
But for normal people that weren't familiar with the old version of it, absolutely.
Yeah, because I heard that like everyone did a great job and acting wise. I heard that Pennywise looked well. Is he still Pennywise in this movie? Or I haven't seen it.
Yeah,
so.
yes.
Okay. So I heard that like his makeup was really scary. It was a very clear picture. Like it was really awesome. And so my husband loved it. So I don't do clowns. So I was like, yeah, you go. It's fine. You go.
Well, I'll tell you what. If you guys are just tuning in, tonight's Black Hollywood Live, Geek Nerd Tech.
Yeah.
We're sponsored by Vizio, and just wanted to say that Vizio has a new sound bars that are out. They're powered by DTS technology, and they're also redefining the home theater with Vizio 36-inch 2.1 soundbar system, and it's CNET's editor's choice and first soundbar to earn 5 stars. So you can earn better, unbeatable savings when you combine our best deals of the year on displays and soundbars. And take it from me, I'm a guy that actually owns Vizio, and that's absolutely true. Because like back in the day when they used to do surround sound, and people still have this. Like I was literally at I had a friend's house where they had the TV, they had the speakers hanging off,
Yeah.
and then you have to put it on the other side of the room, like another pair of speakers. And that's not so bad to get the surround sound experience,
Yeah.
but it's a lot of work with a lot of cables and trying to
Yeah.
hide cables. So
Yeah.
having a sound bar to get that same experience is much simpler.
Yeah, it was just really nice because my dad was one of those people who had surround sound in every house that we moved into, and it was always a trek trying to get, he had me holding the speaker in the corner while he tried to link it up, and I was just like, this is the worst. My father just got a sound bar, like maybe last Christmas, and he loves it. He's like, I don't have to do anything. I was like, no, you just gotta plug it in.
No, I mean, plus the great thing about those too is that if you have a neighbor that annoys you, you can always just buy one and play it and just blast it for like Halloween
Yeah.
or
Oh,
whatever
I love
music you want to play through it.
Especially when, like, if you're trick-or-treating, you're, like, super into Halloween, you can play, like, that eerie music, so when kids come up to your house or people come
Yeah,
up
like
to
we
your
were
house.
listening to earlier.
Yeah. Oh man, I could listen to that soundtrack all day, every day. Stranger Things is the best. But I know what the one thing, at least for me, if I didn't have my husband with me, I would definitely want a soundbar for video games because
Yeah.
that's my niche, is that I need good scores and good sound in my video games for sure. Which I want to talk about a little bit of video game
Yeah, I was
news.
gonna say, what have you been
So-
playing lately? Or what's exciting you?
Well, at least for right now, it's mostly all Destiny at this point. I'm still waiting for Battlefront 2 that comes out in November. I think November 8th or 12th. I can't quite
Wait,
remember the
is that
date.
the Star Wars version? Mm-hmm.
Battlefront 2.
Wait, so you played the first one?
Yeah. And
Where was it? Where do you, on a scale of 1 to 10, where do you put it?
Well, the first one I put it at probably put it at an 8. One, because the gameplay is really great. It looks fantastic. The graphics are amazing.
Yeah, I've seen it.
But there wasn't enough story.
Okay.
So EA has actually listened to their fans, because I actually got to go to EA Play with a crew of mine. We used to, on our other network, Popcorn Talk, we had a Star Wars show called Jedi Alliance.
Yeah.
And so they sent us out there to try Battlefront before everybody else. So we got to play the beta, and it is at a 12 from what I played.
Really?
It is so good. If you haven't seen the stories or the story mode or any of the graphics or the new things that you can do, they brought it up all the way. We have a new character who's actually in the Empire. You get to play on the dark side for the first time, and you get to play as a female character who's a stormtrooper. She's grown up in the world of the Empire, and you get to play her as you see the Death Star being blown up.
What is the? Do you know what the landing price is?
I believe right now it's I think $59.99 for right now.
And it's gonna be what? Xbox One, PlayStation 5, 4,
4 and Pro. PS4 and Pro, PS4 Pro, and then they have for PC as well. So,
not Nintendo though.
No.
Yeah, Nintendo does its own thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, which we'll get to.
Okay. Yeah.
But definitely Battlefront comes out soon. I know a lot of people are playing Destiny right now because of the fact that there's just a lot of stuff going on, and I know that my husband plays it all the time, and now we're getting to the point where there's like new, oh my gosh, I can't remember exactly what it is. There's new strikes and there's new things that you can play every week, and it resets every Wednesday. So if you think that you're out of it because of the fact that there's nothing new happening, definitely just keep up with it. There's always new updates and stuff that Destiny is doing. So I know they were having a little bit of server problems, but I think they're fixing it. So if you're having issues with that, definitely check the forums, because there's ways to get around it. So I know that was a big thing. But
I'm actually
yeah, go for it.
I'm actually part of the Neil's clan too.
Yeah, that's my husband. If you don't know, his name's Neil.
Well, my question is, if you weren't married,
yes,
if you weren't married, could you possibly be one of those people that starts playing a game and then all of a sudden, like, you lose yourself in that world?
That was me before I met my husband. Because, like,
people lose their jobs. People lose their relationships. It's crazy.
I mean, I can get through it. Yeah, I can get through it because of the fact that I know that, okay, I can't really play video games if I don't pay my bills. So I know that I'm like, okay, I usually, depending on the game, like I know when Persona came out, which is a Japanese RPG, Persona 5, I definitely took the day off when it came out so I can play it. But that was great, because then I got it all out of the way, and then I went, and it was on a Friday, so it was fine. And then I went to work on Monday, and that was fine. And I just kind of played whenever I had time. It's just because I was also planning my wedding at that time, so I needed some space. But that's
so if anything at your wedding was kind of mediocre, it's because you're too busy
definitely.
playing video games.
I will totally blame Persona for that. I would totally blame Japanese RPGs. It always takes over my life every time a new one comes out. But the other one that I'm actually really excited about is Super Mario Odyssey. That I think it either just came out or it's coming out, and there's reviews already from different places, IGN, Nerdist, all that kind of stuff, and they all love it. It's pretty much, I have the synopsis because I haven't played it yet, so I don't know what it's about.
Wait, Anthony, is there any possible way you could play the trailer for it?
Ooh.
For Super Mario Odyssey?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, let me just give you a few minutes.
While he's bringing that up, I'm going to read this.
Because I'm curious to see it, that's why.
Oh my god, it's so good. And this is straight up Nintendo for the Switch. Super excited. So Mario, as he travels across many worlds on the Odyssey, it's an open world Super Mario, by the way. So you get to freaking explore. It's insane. Many worlds on the Odyssey, his hat-shaped ship, an effort to rescue Princess Peach from Bowser. So pretty much just like the original game, but you get to open world it. That's pretty much what this game is.
Instead of going level.
Yeah,
cool.
You're pretty much going to, you got it?
Yeah.
Yay! Play that
I'm excited to see it.
Oh my god, I'm so excited. It's gorgeous, by the way. Just saying.
Yeah, it feels like a Bowser type.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
No,
here we go.
You got dinosaurs. So a lot of people were very confused when this came out for
I know, it's like in Jurassic World.
Yeah, for was it E3? So everyone's like, "What is this?" But then you see,
Oh, cool.
there he is.
Instead of riding Yoshi, he's riding a dinosaur, right?
But you get to. It's pretty much like.
This looks amazing.
Yeah, you pretty much just get to run around, just literally open worlding it, like if you were playing Skyrim but with Super Mario. And there's Bowser being a jerk, and he has his own hat. agree. So yeah.
Cool. I love that.
Also, the frame rate looks really good.
I know, right?
This looks awesome.
It's gorgeous. So apparently everyone who has played it already says that it's beautiful. The game flows very, very well. And it's insane, especially if you've been playing Mario, forever. This is a whole different world.
I'm so
for you.
happy that at least when it comes to the Mario stuff, they're never disappointing.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't think I've ever heard a person ever complain in terms of any of the Marios that have ever come out to say, it was a little lackluster.
Yeah, I agree.
This looks great.
I'm just happy that they're actually completely changing it up for Mario. I think it's awesome. And I'm also intrigued to see what they do after this. Now, since Nintendo has been kind of more selling through their consoles instead of their games that they make for the consoles.
Right,
But
right.
Breath of the Wild, which is the newest The Legend of Zelda, and this game has gotten Nintendo back on the map. So
The
hoping.
graphics just look fantastic.
It's great, especially again, if you play Breath of the Wild, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, it's just like this. It's clear. It looks like you're playing again Skyrim, but with Legend of Zelda. They've gotten so much better with it. So pretty much the trailer continues the same way. You get to see more worlds and more things like that. It's awesome. So if you have a Switch and you want to play this game, please put it in the comments down below or tweet us so I can see how you guys are feeling it. I'm waiting because I don't have a Switch just yet because I have way too many consoles as it is at home. So I'm like, I don't know if I want to do it. Also, I have like 8 friends who have it, so I want to wait.
Well, to piggyback off of what you said,
go for
tonight's sponsor, Vizio.
Yeah.
It's only 36 inches. It won't take up too much space, so you can have all your different consoles. And
That is true. I didn't even think about that because my soundbar takes up a majority of the top of my entertainment system, so I can't put anything there.
Yeah, I can't imagine how Vizio soundbar is going to sound in terms of everything you just talked about. Battlefront.
Yeah.
Like this. I just heard this over
Anthony,
little
can you
speakers.
actually bring up the Battlefront 2 trailer?
Yeah, 1 second.
Yeah, thank you. While you're talking about that, because I want you to see it.
Oh yeah,
I'd
love to see it because I watched a lot of the first one.
Yeah.
So when you're saying Battlefront,
You're gonna lose.
I'm hoping you're talking about Star Wars.
You're gonna lose your mind when you see it. It doesn't matter which one at this point. All of them are really good. But yeah, this is the one that I'm excited when I get a Vizio soundbar. This is what I want to play on it. The first thing.
Oh, all right, I'm sold.
Yeah.
I'm sold. I'm already sold.
So you get to play different types of stormtroopers.
Yeah, I'm sold.
You get to go to different worlds. You get to actually fly stuff. Oh my god. Oh, it's so pretty. And that's actual gameplay right there.
Right, as opposed to the enhanced stuff
Yeah,
for
which they do for
trailers.
trailers. But no, I played the game on location, and that is exactly what it looks like when you're playing it. It's so clear. You can see the details in the flowers and the buildings when you're flying. Like, you can tell that there's glass in front of
do I
you.
really ever want to be that guy that's like, die, rebel scum? No.
No, it's tough. But you can, the thing is,
Can you play Darth Maul?
Yes.
What?
You can play Darth Maul, you can
Wow.
play Han, you can play Luke, you can play Rey, Finn.
Did they get Luke right with the lightsaber this time?
Yeah, I think his
Because
is-
they had like Jedi, like they had Return of the Jedi Luke in.
I think you can have
Hoth.
either one because you can level up your
Okay.
characters, so you can change them up. Yeah, you can get Chewie. Like
No, this is fantastic.
Yeah, it's insane.
Damn it! Now I'm gonna have to go buy an Xbox One.
Or a PlayStation, depending on what you have. But like they have it. They have it for all consoles.
I've been so used to Xbox.
And
that-
there's space battles. Yay! So excited.
So the beta actually came out not too long ago.
Oh,
for
so you
this,
got to
and
play?
I got to play,
Okay,
and I gotta
good.
tell you that the sound design is amazing. And
I know. Oh yeah,
I-
there's our lead character. Sorry. Go ahead.
I personally own a Vizio soundbar, and I gotta say it improved the game quality
Thank
like
you.
tenfold.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
And it's so important to be able to hear like when the enemies are coming up on you, and like hearing their footsteps when you're like just crouching around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, man. So did you keep up the other people in your house?
What was that?
Did you keep up other people in the place while you were playing it?
Only Steven, but
Yeah, who
That's our
cares
own
about
Stephen
Steve?
Lemieux. Our own Stephen Lemieux.
I love it. But no, yeah. So definitely, those are the games that I know that are coming out that people are really excited about or are already out. If you haven't played it already, definitely go check it out. It's fantastic. So I was thinking about diving in a little bit with a little bit of comics, just to throw that in there.
I'd love to hear about it.
Because did you see the Black Panther trailer?
You know, I didn't, and I'm not sure
Anthony, pull it up.
why. Oh, okay.
Go ahead. It's It's okay. So I know that Joelle usually does this show, and so her and I for Black Hollywood Live did like a reaction to the trailer, but I don't mind watching it again.
No, I'm dying to. I just there's so many trailers that have dropped lately,
we have Justice League,
which is we're going to talk about. But no, I'd love to see it right now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited about Justice League. The trailers and all the spots and stuff have been coming out about it. But Black Panther, because I still have a year with it, I don't mind replaying the trailer over and over and over because it's not till 2018. So I'm just gonna be quiet now and let it play. It's so beautiful already.
That I couldn't even imagine.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I was just marveling in it. But I love it, the fact that they've upped up the ante with the special effects.
I like the world.
Yeah, no, the world
Black.
building in this is awesome. Wakanda looks, not to be punny, marvelous, and it's amazing. Speaking of,
Chadwick Boseman's awesome.
yeah, and he's amazing in this film.
He's a really good actor.
Yeah, the costuming in this movie looks like it's going to be out of this world. I mean, I feel like Black Hollywood Live has probably already talked about this trailer. I just want to talk about it again because it's so freaking amazing. And just
Don't talk about it for you. Talk about it for me.
yeah,
Because I haven't seen it, and it looks great.
yeah. Oh, watch this part. He just falls out of the freaking sky. What? Ah, it's so pretty. But yeah, it looks great. At first, I wasn't sure about Michael B. Jordan, but this trailer completely changed my mind. I'm not saying that I don't like him as an actor. I just
As the bad guy?
yeah, I was like, oh, I don't know if he can do that. You know, I was like, I love him as my underdog, but I was like, no, he could totally play a villain. I believe it. It's great. Yes.
The world's gonna start over.
Oh, so cool. It's great. I'm very excited to see this movie, especially because it's just changing the game for everybody, especially people of color.
No, but see, that's what I'm saying. It's like what I'm going to be most interested in seeing when this movie gets released is to see not only the box office numbers, but to see the demographics.
Oh, yeah.
The demographics behind this are going to be huge.
Huge. Especially because I know that there's already groups, like you can even ask Joelle about this, like there's groups. Oh, sorry, every time I see her whip that staff, I'm like, chills. But like, I know that Joelle and like a few other podcasts besides our own are trying to see if we can get groups of podcasts like of staff and like go to the theater all together and take up one theater house and watch it all together. Like, and just have a good time. Like, we've already seen it for press, we've already done it, but now it's just like hanging out and watching it. Just a bunch of nerds all in the theater watching it.
So here's the most interesting thing about Black Panther.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm excited to see Black Panther, but what makes me disappointed about, and it's probably the cheesy guy in me about Justice League.
Yeah, go for it. Lay it out.
I want to see Black Vulcan.
Oh,
I
look
love
at you.
the character of Black Vulcan.
Wow.
And the fact that like they're using Cyborg, I was just
Oh,
like,
but Cyborg has a special place in my heart. I mean, I know how you feel. I get it. But like, Cyborg has a really special place in my heart.
Because I do understand that I think somewhere in that world, I'm not 100% familiar with Justice League in general, but I understand that you can't have it be Superman, Batman. Technically, this version of Aquaman he's got some diversity too. I'm Jason Momoa.
Yeah.
But and then Flash, who's white. You know, you can't have like an all-white cast because what I was hoping for, and I understand that it's probably still too fresh for them. I thought would have been great, or if they can do the next iteration, is not Hal Jordan Green Lantern, but the other guy. The black. I don't know.
Oh my God, I know his name.
I don't know his
Alexis.
normal. But I would love
Joelle
to.
is going to smack the crap out of me.
I'm just saying I would have either loved to have seen him.
No, is it John?
No, John Johns is the Martian Hunter.
That's
Martian
who I was
Manhunter.
thinking of, but I'm trying to remember what. Are you looking it up, Anthony?
Yeah, I'm looking at
Okay,
it.
good.
No, but what I'm
yeah, I
saying
know what
is
you
that
mean.
I
That
would
would
have
be nice.
loved because they screwed up. They screwed up with. I mean, I love Ryan Reynolds. He's awesome as Deadpool. They screwed up with him as Green Lantern.
Yeah.
So to show up and then have, you know, the.
So I believe it's John Stewart.
I was right.
Yes, John Stewart. Yeah, to have him as Green Lantern
Yes,
for
that
Justice
would be
League, I think would have
amazing.
added more punch than having Cyborg.
Yeah, I think they were just too afraid because of what they did.
No, true.
in the
Well,
early-
no, they've
But
got
I
a lot writing on it.
Yeah, I would love to see John Stewart, especially because if you watched the Justice League Unlimited or Justice League animated show, we had John Stewart the entire time, and it was great having him on there.
Because my only problem with Cyborg is like, okay, man, you're the $6 million man. you're like a robot human, and it's like you're not that exciting.
Yeah.
You're not a real meta human in terms of like it's like that's what I was saying.
Yeah,
I would have
yeah.
loved to have seen either Black Vulcan or to see.
Yeah, or Jon Stewart as So I totally understand with that because that would be
Even though Black
amazing.
Vulcan's actually a ripoff of Black Lightning, I think, or something
Something like that.
Yeah.
But I'd still be okay with it. But yeah, I think for, at least for now, because Cyborg is technically the safer option, and also people know who he is because of Teen Titans Go,
Right.
and everything else. And now with Injustice and stuff, it's just easier. But yes, I agree with you. I wish that there was another person we can throw in there just to add to, especially because our original Justice League was Green Lantern of some sort. So it's hard, but.
I mean,
least,
and that could be for like later. I mean,
Yeah,
they can easily
just throw him in there
reboot him later
It's
down
fine.
the road. But
It's fine. And I know that I don't remember what year it was, but I know back then, I know that the reason they brought Cyborg into the Justice League was one, because I think he's the oldest of the Teen Titans. And the fact that he seems the more mature one out of the group, to bring up, and Robin was the better leader for Teen Titans that eventually became something else. So yeah,
So, are you excited? Possibly, I don't know if this is your world
Yeah.
to see Black Lightning on CW.
yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm all for people of color, any of them superhero or anything superhero related, but people of color up there would
Sure.
be great. I mean. Yeah, I mean, just like in our Marvel world, I loved Luke Cage. Like, I loved that.
Oh,
and
Luke
then,
Cage was.
yeah.
You saw all of it.
Oh, yeah, I'm completely caught up. It's great.
My favorite was just the scene, and if I could figure out a way to do it without offending people, I would do the old Luke Cage with the froey hair,
Heck
the
yeah.
metal band, and the yellow shirt. But
Yeah.
it didn't quite work with my face. So, but I loved how they did that little throwback for a little bit. He was like,
Yeah.
"I look ridiculous."
Well, I think, I thought that was amazing. Sorry, spoilers if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, but
I think you
it's
can
not really a
still-
spoiler though. If you haven't seen Luke Cage by now
gonna
and
get
you're
with
watching
it.
Black Hollywood Live, there's a problem with you.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
but
all I gotta say.
I definitely think that you can still do it. Just don't put the frill on. I think you can still
Oh
have
no,
the
I can't
outfit.
do it. I can't do it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, it's like I just loved how they incorporated
Yeah.
the originality of what the character used to look like.
And he was just
so,
like, nah, this looks dumb.
yeah,
Like,
that's what I really appreciate.
No, I agree. I think it's great, and I'm excited for obviously more movie talk. Thor Ragnarok is
Soon.
Yeah, right. Like November.
It's like around the corner.
Yeah, I think
They
it's
just
either
I think they
next
just
week.
released tickets yesterday or something.
Yes,
and
I think either next week or the week after. I think November 8th is when it's coming out. But like, there's that, and you wanted to bring up Bright as well.
Oh yeah, that's right. So I mean, yeah. So I do cover Netflix news, but it's just interesting to see that
I'm really excited.
Will
about
Smith,
that.
like one of the biggest like global box office stars out there. This is a $90 million movie, and it's being released on Netflix.
Yeah, it's kind of insane. Do you think it'll do well?
Yes.
Okay,
But here's the issue.
I'm like, that's an if for me.
No, because this is what I said on Sunday for the show, is that what I really, really appreciated, it's a cop world, like a world cops mixed with fantasy. I appreciate the originality behind
Oh
it.
yeah, for sure. And the fact that you can still bring up today's not world of thinking, but today's events with the cops and the law and being someone different or someone of a different color, and kind of flipping it where we have a black cop having to deal with an orc partner.
And there's fairies in it.
Yeah,
I
like it's and
mean,
elves and stuff are the hierarchy, and they're kind of the snobby kind of bad guys of this world and stuff. So it's just very interesting to watch, especially because it looks like Will Smith lives like somewhere in the ghetto, and then the fact that they're like fighting fairies and and stuff.
Yeah,
it's so interesting.
I can't remember, but it reminds me of the Jake Gyllenhaal, Michael Pena cop movie, mixed with like Lord of the Rings.
I mean, I was skeptical about it because when I saw the first trailer, I was kind of like, okay, what is this? Is this a joke? Is this real? Like, what are we doing here? And then I started to see more trailers of it, started to see interviews and kind of read up on it. I was like, okay.
They released a featurette last week, and then they
Yes.
released the new trailer this week.
Yeah, which it still looks really great. I'm also really excited to see where they're gonna go with it as well. So I'm up in the air because I'm scared that people are gonna not take it seriously because they're like, okay, Will Smith's a cop and he's fighting fantasy characters. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there are those like type of people who aren't into that.
But no, but what I do like though too is like I feel like it fits his humor, and I
Yes,
think
for real.
and I think that's the issue, is that Will Smith has a certain charisma behind him. And I think that's what's lacked behind his last couple movies.
I see, yeah.
Like Collateral Beauty, and there's another one that I feel like is kind of missed for people.
Was it Suicide Squad?
Nah, Suicide Squad was okay.
It might have been concussion.
Concussion.
Oh, yeah.
That's true. That's dramatic. That's right, because that's
Yeah.
like dramatic Will Smith. But I
Oh
think
my God,
what
I
he
forgot.
does best
Yeah.
are his like little quirks and his charisma. And I think this is the type of thing that's gonna fit
Okay.
right back to
Yeah,
his
because
like.
it's still technically a drama. He'll just sprinkle in a little of his sense of humor.
Yeah,
into it.
throw back to like his
Okay.
like Men in Black. Throw back to his
Right.
Men in Black and then Bad Boys.
Yeah, for
kind
sure.
of the way that he is.
Which apparently they're filming right now for the next installment of Bad Boys.
They're doing. They're gonna do the TV show with Gabrielle Union.
Was it a TV show now?
No. Well, I think there is gonna be a movie.
Yeah.
But they just announced this week that Gabrielle Union is gonna play her character from Bad Boys 2, and they're gonna do it as a TV series because she's about to wrap on her show. I can't remember the name of it. Yeah, Being Mary Jane. Like they're gonna have a 2-hour finale, and then so she's available for this next TV season. So they're gonna reboot. They're gonna try to do her character, who plays the sister of Martin Lawrence,
Yes.
as whatever agent or cop she was in the movie as a TV series.
Yeah, I love Bad Boys. I hate Michael Bay, but I love those movies. So.
But you know why? You know what? But here's the thing. This what could be good. Could make you like Michael Bay is if you listen to his movies explode on a soundbar.
True.
Tonight, if you guys are kind of catching us a little late, we are sponsored by Vizio tonight. We thank you, Vizio. So Vizio soundbars are powered by DTS technology, giving you an extraordinary sound experience, and it's going to redefine your home theater with the Vizio 36-inch 2.1 soundbar system. CNET has it as their editor's choice, and it's the first soundbar to earn 5 stars. So hopefully, I actually had one. I actually have a different model in a different company soundbar that's kind of cracking a little bit. You know, like when the audio starts to crack.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll hope that it cracks faster so I can get this one.
Yeah, there you go. Especially because Black Friday's coming up too, so maybe it might be on sale, maybe possibly.
But I mean, 5 stars is pretty. 5 stars is amazing.
Yeah.
That's hard to get for anything. So I'm interested to see what. I mean, hopefully,
How
have
different it
wear
is.
earplugs to listen
Yeah.
to it.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. That's gonna be awesome. Oh my God, there's so many things happening. All right, last thing before we jump into what we're geeking out about, which is I like to do. The last time I was here, which was a long time ago, we usually did something that we were either geeking or nerding out about. But before that, I definitely want to talk about the Runaways. The last comic thing I want to talk about. If you don't know what the Runaways are, it's a group of kids who find out that their parents have actually been meeting every month or something like that, where they have a meeting and they find out that they are actually the crime, they're not the mob, but they're like this crime organization called the Pride. And they find out that they're the worst villains in all time, and they're trying to stop them pretty much.
Oh wow, I need to watch this trailer.
Yeah, that one's really, really awesome. But the comic book's really, really good. It came out in 2003, I think. It was a long time ago.
Yeah, this one's on Hulu.
Yeah, this one's on Hulu, but the I read the comics back in 2012. So, but it's awesome. It's very colorful. It's just a bunch of teenagers, all different walks of life. I think the lead is actually black.
Do we know who it stars?
Actually don't know anybody that stars on it. You might have to look it up. But yeah, it's really, really cool because they also take things, because the fact that their parents are supervillains, they also take a lot of their technology, and also some of them found out they actually have powers, and it's kind of nuts how they group together. Also, there's a dinosaur involved. I will let you guys figure that out because I don't want to give away too much, but it's really cool. Apparently, this group called the Pride, pretty much the Pride. I want to make sure I'm saying.
Of course,
right.
I type in the
Pride.
Runaways and I'm getting the one about cherry bomb.
Oh yeah, no. The Runaways.
Not the movie. I know. I gotta find. Hold on.
But yeah, so the Pride, they time travel and they just cause mayhem, and they also take sacrifices. It's crazy. So definitely, I would definitely recommend reading the comics, and I'm very curious to see how this Hulu series does, because the Runaways is very close to my heart because they tackle a lot of things that teenagers go through. Also, the fact that you're also a superhero. Sometimes the Avengers get thrown into the comics as well because it's in the same universe. So it's very interesting, and I definitely think that it's something that people would be very interested in. Hopefully, the Hulu show does a good job with it because it's phenomenal.
see,
Also, this marks
here we go.
This marks the first Marvel show that's on Hulu.
I know that's I mean, I was a little scared because I was like, oh, they're not doing their usual, run where it's actually on TV, But I think that Runaways is still small enough that you could do it on
That's
Hulu.
right. That's right. I just interviewed her, Ever Carradine.
Nice.
Who was from the big Carradine family. Her uncle is like Kill Bill, and I am quite or Kwai Chang, whatever, from Kung Fu.
Yeah.
And then her dad was the ultimate Louis Skolnick, Revenge of the Nerd.
Yeah.
But she's going to be in it. James Marsters, Spike.
Yes.
From,
I forgot about him.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer for you guys. Kip Pardue. All right.
Yeah, I think he plays someone's dad, I think, in this one. Maybe, I don't know.
Well, I mean, so speaking of Hulu, since we're talking about tech, I had a question. It's like, how do you access your, because nowadays we've got, I mean, I own them all. I own the Roku, I own the Apple TV, I own the Fire Stick. I had a friend today and I asked him as I was showing him how to use my Roku, and I said, how do you watch your Netflix? And he said he still uses it off his like Blu-ray player, where they had the pre-installed. Some people have smart TVs.
Yep.
How do you consume like to get your online shows?
Before, I actually used to do it through the PS4. Like, that's how I used to watch it. But now, because we got married, we got a lot of new gadgets to play with. So we actually got a Fire Stick.
Yeah, I love the Fire Stick.
And we also still have Google the
Chromecast. Okay.
So I definitely had
But
we
then
had
we
that
need
for a
to
while.
stream to the thing, right?
Yeah,
From your
so
computer?
for us it was like, no, you can do it from your phone. So like there were times, I know it's weird, but like, yeah, you can do it from a computer. We used to, if you have Wi-Fi, it's fine because
Sure.
it doesn't really play into your data. But like if there's like a YouTube thing I want to show, I could just throw it up with my phone. But yeah, I definitely like the Fire Stick more just because they have Hulu, YouTube, and HBO
Fire Stick's
go on
really
there.
affordable.
Yeah, it's really nice. So I definitely think it's great. I think that's as much as we've done. We used to do the Blu-ray player before. Then we
I did
used
that too.
the PS4, and then we switched to the Fire Stick. That's pretty much how that worked. And then the Chromecast is just kind of thrown around there depending on what we want to show.
Interesting.
So, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. We used to have, well, because I used to live at home, I just had cable. But like, yeah, that was pretty much as far as it went, or I just watched on my computer. But yeah, Fire Stick definitely saved my life, especially when it comes to dinner time, because I could just be like, look for this thing, and then I would just
so it's interesting to see those platforms evolve because back then it was just so that you could get Netflix, so
Yeah.
you could get Hulu. There's only a couple of them that you could get, and then they started advancing those things, and so they would start adding more apps, updating more apps. Like one of the most frustrating things is that if you have, I think there is a new version of the Apple TV, but if you had the old version, it doesn't update anymore.
Really?
So you can't. There are a lot of things that you can't get. I think even now, possibly with the new Apple TV, you still can't access Amazon.
Really?
Because they were considered still
Oh,
competitors.
that's right.
They were still considered competitors.
Yeah.
That's actually the same for Google Chromecasts as well. You can't cast Amazon Video off your
No,
phone.
you cannot.
Interesting.
It's only, I think it's only YouTube,
You can't.
Netflix, and Amazon?
You can't. Amazon, you can actually do it, but off your laptop or something.
Yeah, you
'Cause
can't do it on your phone.
You can if you have a Google Chrome on your web browser on a laptop, you can do anything, cast anything from there.
Yeah, and that's why, but obviously we don't do that anymore because we have the Fire Stick. But it's just nice when you have like a bunch of group of friends and they're like, oh, I gotta show you this thing, and then you can just do that. But no, it's definitely nicer having the Fire Stick. One, because we didn't have Prime until recently, so now it's kind of nice to be able to watch Prime, as well, just to add to the things, and especially because a lot of millennials will take other people's profiles, and then now we can actually watch it all in one thing. So if it's like someone's using my Netflix, we're using their Hulu, we can share and do that now that we have a platform that we can watch it on multiple things. So it's like, oh, we can't watch on Hulu because someone's watching on there. Okay, we'll just switch to HBO Go. Fire Stick.
No, and see what amazes me in terms of that evolution of those platforms too, are like where is. Then they started adding like little games.
Yeah.
And I'm like, really? I was just like, this one you don't play like a small little controller and play these like weird random games. I was like, no, give me the big, give me the PS4, give me the Xbox One. I was like, these are the games that I want to play. But so I don't know how successful that is, but it's just interesting to see that they built those into it too.
Yeah, it's just it was definitely nice for us in the beginning, but now it's definitely, we feel it's so weird to say, but it's like we feel a little bit more grown up because now we have like a little remote that like we can watch stuff on instead of being like, oh, someone find the PS4 controller, where is it?
Yeah, right. There's so many of them now.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, we don't know which one works. So yeah, so I think it's great, and I didn't even think about asking people that of like how they're watching their content.
Well, I'll tell you what's hilarious, and that just shows that my cousin is a dinosaur. My cousin and her husband are dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Is they don't have Netflix.
Yeah, there's somebody who I just added to my Supernatural show who doesn't have Netflix.
And I was like, how do you not? And my friend was like, well, we don't have the TV yet. We're going to get a smart TV. And I was like, you don't need a smart TV.
Yeah.
You could just get
a Blu-ray player.
or just get like the Fire Stick, get the whatever.
Yeah, you can you'll find it.
Save a couple $1,000s by just buying a.
Yeah.
So
That's so weird. And I'm also like, at the same time, and maybe because they are dinosaurs, but I'm like, if you have friends that have Netflix, they have up to 4 profiles that you could just share it. There's ways to do it. There's ways to go around it. But it's also very interesting because of the fact that everyone's cable cutting now also. So, because I know like my parents have kind of done it because they can watch their sports on like a different player. I think the ESPN has their own app or streaming service.
Sometimes it works well, sometimes it doesn't, but but that's how I watch my ESPN.
Yeah, exactly. And then Disney's going to be having their own streaming service to have all their Disney movies and content on there. I don't know if I think Marvel has its own, or at least trying to get its own. So
Eventually everybody's going to do that.
I believe DC will have their own too.
Yeah, I mean, for me, that's a little bit tough. I mean, yeah, I get that because of the TV shows, for sure. But for me, it's kind of like, unless you're going to be putting out your new animated movies, because I think those are way better than their live action ones.
No,
Sorry.
That's true.
That's actually
DC?
Yeah.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you.
Yeah, I would rather do that. I'd rather have that on demand because I'd rather just watch all the DC animated anything.
I know. It's amazing how well they do the animated ones,
so good.
but how they miss on doing the
Live
live.
action,
Yeah, I
yeah.
don't understand it.
I don't know. I think they're 2 different crews, 2 different heads. I don't know. It doesn't matter. But before we end the show and play each other out, what are you geeking out about right now, or nerding out, or teching out?
I should be geeking out right now about Thor Ragnarok.
But you're not.
No, I am. No, I'm sorry. I should be geeking out about Last Jedi, but I'm not. But I'm more
waiting.
excited. Sorry,
I'm
I got
waiting.
it backwards. But I'm more excited.
About Thor?
Yes.
Yeah, nice. I'm just really excited to see. Oh, I forgot about that. That the people who make all the CG for all the Marvel movies is
They're
getting sued.
Good old Joelle Monique. If you know her, she
Whoa.
posted a great article.
Wow.
At least that's where I saw mine. I don't know
No,
about you, but
same thing. It was from Joelle, and I was sitting there. I know that we're about to end, but I was just freaking out because I was going, they could take Rocket, they can take the Hulk, they can take just a bunch of different stuff, and I was just like,
they'll figure it out.
oh, I mean, yeah.
But it's crazy.
But yeah, just to think about it, you're just like, oh man, we would actually have a Guardians of the Galaxy movie without Rocket. That's weird. But I agree with you. I'm also really excited for Thor Ragnarok because my husband is also a huge Hulk fan. So he knows everything about Planet Hulk, Red Hulk,
That's what I appreciate
all that kind of
about
stuff. Yeah. So he's like, oh, I can't wait to tell you all these things. So he's been like kind of educating me and stuff about that. So I'm very excited to see it up in person. Also, I want to see Thor in a more comedic light. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yeah. I'm all about it. Wait, what's her name in the movie? Valkyrie?
Kate Blanchett?
No, not
Or
Kate Blanchett.
The friend? Or the
friend.
other?
The female.
remember.
I can't remember her name, but
Yeah.
huh?
I'm sorry. I just know who you're talking about.
Yeah, she's a bisexual person of color, and I'm like, yeah, represent.
Yeah, nice.
So I was like, woo.
Great.
But yeah, and then I'm kind of geeking out about obviously Battlefront because that's coming out.
No,
in
that's
the next,
something to geek out about.
the next
that
few
looked
weeks.
phenomenal.
So, and I'm definitely really excited because I know that our other network, Popcorn Talk, when the date comes out, when I'm gonna buy it, we're gonna be doing a review about the game. So I definitely think it's awesome. I'm also really excited for pretty much just like. Well, one Stranger Things because Halloween is literally next Tuesday, but at the same time, I'm also really excited to see all the different costumes that kids are going to be picking for superheroes because superheroes have been so big these past few months. So I'm excited to see a lot more Wonder Womans, like little girl Wonder Womans.
Oh man, there's gonna be too many.
You know,
it was like last year with Suicide Squad.
yeah,
There's
with all the
so
Harleys.
many
yeah,
Harley Quinns.
But I'm excited because of the fact that Harley Quinn is my favorite. I mean, I have a freaking tattoo of her on my shoulder. But she's not the greatest role model.
No.
You know what I mean? So I'm more excited to see Gal Gadot's version of Wonder Woman on little girls and stuff like that because of the fact that they're empowered or inspired by
And they
that.
should be. And they absolutely
Yeah.
should be.
Yeah, so it's really cool.
100%
Also,
back that.
I've also especially because also don't forget if you're into cons, LA Comic Con is this weekend starting
That's right.
tomorrow. So you don't even the one thing I always tell people with a tip if you don't have money to go to a con, just hang out outside.
It's true.
All the
Yeah, a lot
cosplayers
of
are
people, yeah.
outside. A lot of the actors will come in and out sometimes, take pictures out there, do interviews out there. You'll see a lot. So you don't have to be inside, which is usually just you buying a bunch of crap, which is great because I'm one of those people. But you can definitely just hang out outside and just talk to people because all the cosplayers take pictures outside. So.
Although it's gonna be hot in LA this
yeah,
weekend.
so stay hydrated,
Yeah.
have fun. You know, if you're gonna be nerding, geeking out there, definitely. I might be going out there hopefully this weekend and just talking to my
Like if
cosplayers.
there's like that funky smell, just deal with it.
Yeah, it's con smell, and also be careful of con crud because that's how people get sick. So anyway, thank you guys so much for letting us ramble and have a good time and kind of geek out about the things that we love.
And thank you to Vizio sponsoring our
Yes.
show tonight.
Again,
Their new sound bar, 5 stars on CNET. 36-inch 2.1.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go through it again because I love hearing it and everything like that. You know, adding a soundbar brings movies and TV shows to life with that crystal clear audio. Vizio soundbars are powered by DTS technology, giving you the extraordinary sound experience. I actually know somebody who watches podcasts from AfterBuzz, Black Hollywood Live, and everything on their TV. They have a Vizio, so
That's
like
great.
they said that the sound's
appreciate
awesome there because it's redefined for your home theater. You said 36-inch 2.1 soundbar system, CNET's editor's choice, and the first soundbar to earn, hear it, 5 stars. Earn unbeatable savings when you combine our best deals of the year on displays and soundbars. Thank you, Vizio, again for helping us out.
Thank you.
Where can the beautiful people of the internet find
You guys can find me on all social media at Rick Hong, RICKHONG. And if you're on the East Coast, in less than an hour, Stranger Things.
Hey, oh, that's right. And you guys can find me all over social media where all shenanigans will ensue at atorres890. That's ATORRES 890. The show will be back next week with your original hosts, and definitely hit us up on Twitter of what you are geeking out with this week or the next week or anything, because I like to hear what you guys like to say. And guys, happy Halloween.
Thanks for having us.
Have a safe weekend. Bye.
From executives Keven Undergaro, Dario Kristen, Tiana Hobson, and the entire BHL staff, we would like to thank you for supporting Black Hollywood Live, the first online broadcast network dedicated to African American entertainment. For questions and comments, contact us. info@blackhollywoodlive.com. Like us on Facebook, tweet us, or Instagram us at BHL Online. And I am the official voice of Black Hollywood Live, Scipio. Instagram me at KingXOBay. Thanks for tuning in.
Hollywood redefined.
I don't think he did it.
The views expressed here are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of BHL or its owners or principals.